Okay, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. So, I continue from the previous slide. This is the cardiovascular system part 2. Okay, alright, for the learning outcome, so in this video, you only understand the heart anatomy and also intrinsic cardiac conduction system. Okay, okay, we start with the anatomy of the heart first, the size and location. Right. The size of the heart is about cone shape. Dia berbentuk cone. About the size of your own fist. Okay. So kalau you buat macam ni, this is approximately your heart size. Right. Located in the center. Okay. Dekat tengah ni, center of the thorax. Okay. Obliquely with about 2/3 of its bulk to the left of the body's midline. Okay. Alright. This is the location of the heart. It's located at the center. Okay, obliquely, dia sengit sikit, obliquely. Okay, 2/3 to the left. Alright. So ini kalau we open our chest, okay, so it actually located in between the left lung and right lung. Okay, the coverings and walls, so it protect by a sac, dia macam ada satu kantung, okay, we call as pericardium. Okay, so the pericardium has dua lapisan lagi, fibrous and serous. And also it has parietal layer and visceral layer. Okay, so kita tengok Alright, this is fibrous pericardium. Okay, this is serous pericardium yang bawah ni. Okay. Alright, this is our cardiac muscle bundles. Dia memang melingkar-lingkar macam ni so because the function is dia nak pumping the blood. Okay. Alright, the walls remember tadi you akan nampak the pericardial cavity, okay, ruang pericardial which contain lubricating serous fluid. Okay, wall of the heart ada 3. Okay, dinding jantung we have 3. Epicardium, okay, the first one is epicardium. Myocardium is our cardiac muscle, and then endocardium. Endocardium yang dinding yang paling dalam sekali. Okay, right. So we look again. This is our sac yang putih ni, kantung yang ada 2 layer tadi tu. Okay. And then start with the epicardium. This is epicardium, the first layer, okay, of the heart wall. And then this is our cardiac muscle, we call as myocardium. And then lapisan yang paling dalam sekali, the inner layer is the endocardium. Okay. So we have 3 heart wall. Okay, the chambers and great vessels. Now we want to look inside our heart. Kita nak tengok dia punya ruang-ruang. Chambers ni adalah lebih kurang macam bilik ataupun ruang inside the heart. And also the great vessels. Salur darah di dalam heart. Ini memang kena ingat. You have to remember. Okay. So, simply our heart divided into right and left. Okay, so kita bahagikan terus kepada 2. Okay, right, left. Okay, and then dia ada septum. Septum maksudnya tu pembahagi lah. This is the septum yang kat tengah ni. This is septum. Okay, and then it has 4 chambers. Dia macam ni. So ada 1, 2, okay, 3 and 4 chambers. Right atrium. This is right atrium. Right atrium. Okay, this is right ventricle. Left atrium, left ventricle. So tadi dah bahagi kepada 4 kan. Okay, kiri bahagi kepada 2, kiri dan kanan, and then you bahagi pula kepada 4 chambers, atas bawah setiap bahagian. Okay, senang je. Right atrium, right ventricle, right atrium yang di atas, right ventricle yang di bawah, left atrium kiri atas, left ventricle kiri bawah. Okay. Again. Alright. Abaikan yang banyak-banyak tulisan ni. So, saya cuma nak bagi tahu ada 4 chambers. Again, kita bahagi kepada 4. Okay. Right atrium. This is right atrium. See, right atrium. Right ventricle. Okay, ni right ventricle. Okay. Left atrium. And left ventricle. Okay. So you can see dia potong ventricle ini dia potong secara melintang. So you may see the difference between this is left ventricle and right ventricle. You nampak dinding left ventricle ni lebih tebal. Okay, ada sebabnya kenapa? Because left ventricle ni receive oxygenated blood. Okay, darah yang beroksigen from the lungs. So bila darah yang beroksigen, tekanan dia lebih tinggi. That's why the wall of the heart of left ventricle is thicker than left ventricle. Okay, now we move to valve and great vessel. Valve adalah injap. Okay, great vessels. Great vessels ni adalah saluran-saluran darah di dalam kita punya jantung. So we start with the valve first. We have two atrioventricular valve. Okay, which is tricuspid and bicuspid ataupun nama lain dia mitral valve. Okay, and then we have two semilunar valve, pulmonary semilunar valve, aortic semilunar valve. So apa function valve ni? To prevent the blood from going backflow. Kita tak nak darah tu dah masuk, kita tak nak darah tu patah balik. So fungsi valve ni untuk jadi pintu. So bila darah dah masuk, dia akan tutup. So darah tu dah tak boleh nak naik atas ataupun patah balik lah. Okay. Great vessels of the heart, the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, pulmonary arteries, pulmonary veins and aorta. Okay, kita tengok kat mana benda-benda ni. Alright, ini dia potong macam ni, susah nak tengok. Ada gambarannya lebih jelas. Okay, so this is actually the function of the valve. So bila valve ni terbuka, okay, darah akan masuk. So when the blood fill, okay, contohnya dia dah penuhkan dekat bahagian ventricle tu, dia akan, this valve will close. So darah tu takkan patah balik lah. Okay, dia akan terus masuk, dia akan kekal di dalam ni. Okay, this is the function of valve. Sama juga kalau darah tu dah ke atas, okay, darah valve ni akan open. So the blood flow and then dia akan penuhkan kawasan tu, the valve will close. So that it will prevent the blood backflow. Okay, cardiac intrinsic conduction system. Okay, this is the physiology of the heart. So other than the heart function to pumping the blood, this is what helps the pumping system of the blood. We call as cardiac intrinsic conduction system yang membantu heart kita pump darah. Okay, so there are 4 components here. Sinoatrial node, okay, SA node, AV node, okay, AV bundle or bundle of His, then cardiac conducting myofibers or Purkinje fibers. Okay, SA node located at right atrium, dia ada kat sini. So this node will be the pacemaker, okay, that generates the impulses. Okay, dia akan start generate the impulses so that darah tu akan masuk to both right atrium and left atrium. You have to remember, every time the heart pump our blood, dia akan masuk bersama-sama at left and right. Dia tak masuk right dulu, lepas tu dia pergi dekat right ventricle, lepas tu dia keluar, tak. Bila darah masuk je ke jantung, together, bersama-sama, pada waktu yang sama, left atrium and right atrium. Okay, sebab tu dia kata it generates impulses to both left and right atrium. And then the impulses will pause. Okay, kat sini impulses ni akan break sekejap, 0.1 second. Kenapa dia break? Sebab dia nak bagi masa untuk darah tu penuh. Okay, untuk fill in the atrium. And then the atrioventricular bundle or the AV bundle here, ni AV bundle, okay, connects the atria to the ventricle. Masa ni dia akan bagi signal to the valve untuk buka sebab dah penuh kan. Okay, the bundle branches kat sini bundle branches conduct the impulses through the interventricular septum. Okay, so the Purkinje fibers yang di bawah ni, okay, ni Purkinje fibers juga. right, it depolarize the contractile cells of both ventricles. Okay, yang ni, yang masa nombor 4 ni, the bundle branches, masa ni darah goes in. Okay, darah goes in into the ventricle. Purkinje fibers ni pula, dia akan contract this ventricle to send the blood away from the ventricle. Okay. Okay, ni dia punya steps dia. Right. Impulse for heart contraction initiated maksudnya bermula dekat SA node. Remember, SA node is our pacemaker. Okay, the electrical impulse generated by the SA nodes. Ada electrical impulse juga, okay, dekat kita punya jantung. So, it spreads through both atria, left and right atria, and it reaches the AV node. So, the impulse will causes the atria to contract. Okay. AV node delays the conduction of electrical activity. So, AV node ni akan delay 0.1 second tadi tu. So, sebabnya dia nak allow to pass into the ventricle. Okay, dia nak allow darah from the atrium to pass into the ventricle. So, this delay allow the atria to fully contract. Contract maksudnya dia akan push all the blood inside the atrium to the ventricle. Okay, so it maximizing ventricular filling. Okay, and then from AV node, okay, from AV node, the impulse sweeps to the AV bundle. Okay, daripada AV node, they go to the AV bundle before splitting into right and left bundle branches. Okay, bundle branches ni dia bahagi kepada dua lah, right and left. So, the impulse tadi tu akan travelling along the branches and to the Purkinje fibers to follow along the muscular walls of the ventricle. Ventricle tu bahagian jantung kita yang bawah, dua-dua, left and right. So, the impulse travelling along them is conducted rapidly and directly into the cardiac muscle. Okay, so that all parts of the ventricle akan contract. Okay, bila sampai dekat bahagian ni, yang nombor 8 ni, okay, impulse tu dia akan travel dekat yang bawah ventricle tadi tu. So, that ventricle tu akan contract at the same time push the blood outside from the heart. Okay, so this is all for part 2. Okay, any question you may ask in the group. Thank you.